Welcome to this short introduction to the FibStalker tool for MT4. The first thing I like to do is show you how I set up MT4 just to make it easier to enter the details for the trend lines. In options, it's a good idea to make sure that show properties after creation is checked. You'll see why when we get a little further into this. So let's add the tool or tools to the chart. You can see I have just the three of them here, and I've set them up in favorites to keep this uncluttered. Drag them across like any of them. You can see this is tool number 1 or 1, and you can see that it has the default A. You can of course change that if you wish, but let's leave it at default for now. And we'll put the others on as well, 2 and 3. Fine. Now the actual application of the tool is very simple. It's quite straightforward. We just take the MT4 trend line tool, apply the trend line where we want to do our analysis, set this to A because this is trend line. This is our first tool, number 1. There we go. Now the lines appeared almost immediately because this is a live chart and the tick flow is occurring. If we were doing this at the weekend, or for some reason you were disconnected from the internet and you weren't receiving any data, then you would need to right click on the chart and click refresh, and that would stimulate the MT4 to apply the lines. Notice while we have it on the chart, if we want to move it, it's just select the line and adjust the line as you would, and the lines will move, and they'll move at a speed that reflects the number of ticks coming in. If we have a look at this, we can see all of the lines that are relevant. We've got here our 50% level labelled there on mouse over, entry or start of the support resistance zone, and you can see it's labelled A. Down here of course we have our stop or end of that support and resistance zone, and then target 1 and target 2. You can see here we have the A that identifies this as tool number 1, and that makes it easy to discriminate between lines on occasions when you might have more than one tool applied to the chart. So let's apply another tool. Take our trend line again, we just take it to where we want to do our analysis, and this time we'll make it a short line, which is just the way number 3 is set up by default. So we apply its name, and there we have another tool applied to the chart. Once again we can see here that we can easily tell the lines apart. It's very easy of course when they're different sizes, but these could all be the same full width lines, and it just might get confusing here, but we can see by either hovering over that that's number 1 or A, and this is the target 1 of number 3, which is C. So it's always easy to distinguish between them. It's very easy when they're different lengths. We can also see the labelling here, which is very clear, which is an A, which is a C. Of course here it's just unfortunate that it's right on top of that one, so it's a bit difficult to see. We can also change the time frame of course, and here on a 4-hourly chart we can see where the entries are, and then the first target and the second target. That's pretty much it. It's not a great deal to it. It's quite simple. We can remove the tool easily just by selecting the trend line and deleting it, and then with the next tick the lines will disappear. It's all very well behaved. If you want to see, we've been lucky. Here's, if I drag it in, this is just an illustration of the alerts that you can get on reaching targets and retracements and so forth. If you do choose to use the alerts on these lines, you'll get this pop-up alert like you would with other tools, and you can elect to have email sent. Well, thank you. That's just a brief introduction. I hope that gives you a bit of an idea of what it looks like and how easy it is to use. All the very best in your trading.